Yo, what's up, guys? We're here. We're hanging. We're chilling. I don't know what is going on. We're having a lot of errors happening right now, but thank you for stopping in and hanging with us and joining us. Bearcats in the house. Shucky ducky quack quack, pal. Yeah, some weird ass shit going on with Streamlabs, the internet, or just StreamYard, or whatever the fuck. But yeah, we're here. We're hanging. We're chilling, pal. Late start NXT watch along. Yeet yeet.
Energy, I need to do it.
Everybody's having a great week. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Whoop whoop. Let's see the Tuesday I've been having. I would feel great if I was able to find the motherfucker responsible for it, wrap my hands around their neck, and squeeze. But at least we can get away from that. We're here, we're hanging, we're chilling. NXT, pal. And it's been a pretty decent show so far. I like the open. I like the open of you get Obafemi getting jumped by his challenger and getting put through a windshield. Like, you don't see that. You don't see that. Like, why don't they do stuff like that on the main roster?
The votes are counted. Special coverage with the Picks on Politics team at 10.
Yeah, and he gave Conan his props too. And Conan reciprocated as well. It was real glass. Cry me a river. And it looks like we're watching like the slow unraveling of the No Quarter Catch crew. Like we saw Miles Bourne. He left the group after defeating Charlie Dempsey. And now we're seeing Brent Sinclair trying to, she's kind of want to work more on her own.
Jordan joining us in Lash Legend, not liking what we're seeing here. I mean, can we get a seat? Mike Cole's screwed this whole thing up. Can we get a gentleman to bring Kalani Jordan a seat? Kalani, to jump in, and I saw what happened. We all witnessed the interaction earlier. What though are the issues between you and Lash?
The thing about Lash is she keeps interrupting me, keeps getting in my way, and Lash is gonna do what Lash does. Talk loud, but say.
Yeah, for real. They didn't do a whole lot. No Quarter Catch crew, but at least they're like, it's kind of turning into, at least it's kind of turning into like a little bit of a launching pad. Like it was a good spot for Miles Bourne to be in before he, broke out and became his own singles guy. And it's like the same thing happened with Ren Sinclair. And then put Charlie Dempsey back with his dad. Bring William Regal back to TV.
You actually say the praises on your radio show of our guest. You think Kalani should be next?
last time I was on commentary that there's no friends in this business, and I really took that to heart because no one has the best interest in for me except for me.
Oh, Kalani gets it. When will you understand? Checks and championships.
Checks a championship, man.
Oh,
Come on, Brandon.
Checks and championships. I thought it was cash and creative.
Flash legend, guys. For my money, I think Flash Rays. Check it out. You reckon with as we look at this is what it takes.
Yeah, they're actually getting content out of this breakup and getting a story out of it and character development. And you're building each person as they, split off.
Anyone's system, especially a former champion to stand out to line up.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Big splash, cover, kick out. Well, you are a former. You were actually the first women's North American champion. You have been the standout. Lash Legend, though, seemed to have been talking to you in a way that didn't seem right. So you're out here to get a good look at Lash Legend and put yourself in her business, so to speak.
Absolutely.
The power of Legend just squeezing the breath out of her.
I need a little smoky toky time. Whoop, whoop, 1 sec.
I know the pressure
Whoop, whoop.
comes with it, and I'm prepared for this. I've been prepping for this my whole time. Stay back.
Nice. What's being experimented on you tonight, pal? Whoop, whoop.
That's going to give you pause at least for like that. Is terrifying. Oh, for Lash Legend. Big kick though from Red Sinclair answering back in.
No. We need to put some respect on this. She's doing a hell of a job.
Friend.
She's doing a hell of a job.
I agree with you, Booker. She really has been starting to come out of her shell, so to speak, go all the way back to WWE Deadline. Hoisted on the top, looking for the high cross body, but it just got caught, got overpowered by Lash Legend, and Lash, just dropping Red Sinclair into the cover, and Lash with a win over.
Diesel Lab. Diesel Lab, then I got some fortune cookie about ready to grind up here in a second.
Last week I showed the WWE their first dose of the Southern Sensation.
Gee, I'm Amy. It is so nice to meet you.
And here I am thinking that I have to wait for the sweetest moment to join this NXT women's division. But no. I didn't wait to become a rodeo champion. Or a former record-breaking I don't mind kicking my Southern hospitality to the side. And sweetheart, don't let my accent fool you. JC Jane is still the most beatable champion in WWE.
Hey, yo, what's up, Ty? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna shock the world.
Hope all's well with you, pal. Well, how you doing? Yeet, yeet. No comment king in the era. Mr. No Monikers needed in the house, pal. Whoop, whoop. Oh, 2 monikers. What's up? Okay, let's hear it, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Alone wasn't enough, so she recommended an add-on treatment. She recommended adding
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke and worsened depression in children, mood, behavior, thoughts.
I might need to fix this feed. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of. Yeah, Michael and Bruce are sitting and chilling in the audience. We don't need to be dealing with them, pal. Let's kick them out. That feed obviously does not work. All right, there we go.
And is good skin without leaving white marks or residue. 72-hour odor protection that cares for skin isn't a myth.
New How to Train Your Dragon menu with
All right, so Ace of the HMG Pick'em Challenge and the OG Comment King. Whoop whoop.
bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon, only in theaters.
Dude, I could see him. Ooh, that's a tough one. I would think maybe NXT first, just to let him get acclimated to like the American style, and then main roster, or the American style of wrestling.
For those who drink it,
Whoop whoop.
over the world. That's what makes Jack.
Still searching for the one? Olay Super Cream with SPF. The power of 5 in one super cream. To hydrate smooth. More resilient.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later, only at safelight.com.
After 17 years, the NASCAR Xfinity Series roars back into Mexico. And it's not coming quietly. This Saturday, live from Mexico City. The tempers will be hot, but the danger will be high.
I actually read something today, Lab Rat, that they are trying to figure out how like they can produce a bunch of lizard puppets or iguana puppets. Like that is on their radar. Like they are trying to figure out how to make that happen. At least from the story I read. I'm not sure if it's true or not. I'm just going by what I read.
New York City, June 20th through the 22nd.
Yeah, protester. Certainly one way to put them.
He's a beast, sir.
We
Protests?
got
Where?
RBB in the house.
Where are their protests?
Yeah, apparently, like throwing rocks and setting shit on fire and going.
No, that is the excitement. That is the excitement that Worlds Collide brought to LA. That was just spillover. That was the intensity from the event. I know there were some individuals a little mad that AAA, that Lucha Libre lost 4-3, but they won the big one. They still have their title.
Yeah, you could probably easily mass produce. Like if you get you could produce 1 million of them bulk and get a good deal on them.
On what are you guys talking about
there?
As I've been saying, they have not. I don't know. I was actually just wanted to drop in, see what everybody was doing here this evening. We got some big meat matchups coming up tonight for NXT. I got to see a little bit of the open from last half hour, 40 minutes. I've been with John Paz over filming, recording the new 10-count episode. Some good stuff over there. Actually, I'm going to upload that while we're doing this here, while I'm talking with you guys. But did I miss any of the big matches? I saw that the Legends, the LFG kid, jumped over. But did I miss the TNA match yet? Or are we still waiting on both of those?
No, we have not seen anything with TNA yet.
Because we're supposed to get Trick versus Santana tonight, right?
That was last week.
Oh, I thought we were getting another again or something.
Okay. I don't know. I'm
probably
I must
wrong.
miss something then.
Probably wrong. Speaking of Lucha, here's someone that could use a mask. JC Jane. She's one of those double baggers. You know, you put two bags on it, just in case one falls off. God, she is unattractive. All right, let's just show the side one there, the side pieces.
I dug that open though. At least they're trying to get this new guy over, even if he's going under tonight. At least showing it to he's taking it to Oba.
Well, I mean, you got to, but you look at a big bad dude like Oba. You see what he can do. You got to try to. You got to come out hungry. Is that young wolf, right? Isn't that what they taught him down there with Bubba,
Yep.
with Taker? They taught him, man. You got to seize the opportunity, seize the day. Tomorrow's not given to you. This might be it for him, man.
Yeah, and then yes, and Mariah May's new ring name is in fact Blake Monroe. It was brought up tonight.
They did officially announce that. I just saw that as I was coming on over. You know what? I like that. I think that works. I like the name Blake Monroe. Come on, you know, the most luxurious, beautiful blonde in Hollywood, right?
Give me Two Bagger Jones, pal. Yeah, it seems like like a cross between Blake Lively and Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, both of who I've gone to the spank bank with plenty of times. Put a little spank in that bank there, a little Blake Monroe, yeah.
Give me Blake, pal.
I like to get in those traveling pants.
Second of 3 championship matches tonight. It is a triple threat.
See, there is 3 matches tonight. I don't know what the other one is, but
We just heard from Jasper.
it's already the second. What was the other one?
Walking out that title in that
Ethan Page and
you're right. I saw that. I did see that against the Legacy kid.
Yeah, Sean Legacy. Yeah,
Sean
from
Legacy.
Evolve.
Yeah, I did. I didn't see the finish, but I did see the start of it.
I know I said this on Facebook, but like it feels like this is a weird, like NXT is becoming like the nexus where all the different like universes under the WWE umbrella converge.
Hey, why not, man? Yeah, it makes total sense. I did see you say that right when I saw the post. I was like, hey, that's what the brand needs, right? Keep you tuned in.
Yeah, like NXT is becoming like the variety show.
You know what's weird? StreamYard let me into 2 studios there. That's weird. I still had my other studio open.
Oh yeah, Reptilian Britt Baker. If I'm Britt Baker, I'm going with the Reptilian thing. I'm painting my face like an iguana.
Reptilian Britt Baker. What am I missing there?
Oh, there's
Tongues out.
I forgot what the joke was about Reptilian Britt Baker, but yeah, there's a joke out there about that.
I gotta get caught up here. I'm like multitasking. I get this shit sent over to pause. Good episode that we had.
Nice. Make sure you guys check that out when it's uploaded, or when you get it released as soon as you can.
Tomorrow, it'll be up tomorrow. Make sure you're hitting those, hitting that bell to get all the alerts. Whenever Brandon's going live here for the watch-alongs at night. MSG had a great show today. I Like It Raw. That's available here on the YouTube page. Great listen with those guys. Big Ray, Jimmy T, and special guest appearance by MSG. The lovely ladies in red on the outside, rubbing it in.
Valuable knowledge, but she is going up against not one, but 3 women. Influence and just got put right across that middle rope. Champion is rolling. Women's title.
Yeah, this match is going a little bit long for TV.
Tonight's episode of NXT is presented by Progressive
Championship
Insurance.
out, man.
Save when you bundle auto, home, and motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Gotcha.
At least to me, anyways, I'm making that connection.
And when you bundle them with your home and auto, You can be sure they get the 24/7 protection they deserve.
So, Brandon, the entire world, we're talking about those tongues wagging out. What was your thoughts on the iguana insanity that's sweeping the globe?
I say good for Mr. Iguana. Like, if he's getting over based on a character and just carrying an iguana to the ring,
2 hours MSG. But go ahead, bud.
like what? Dude, run with that, and if that can help him get to the main roster, even better. I'm happy for the dude and the success and the attention he's getting.
Yeah, I mean, hey, everybody took to him here. He's got a unique look, unique style. Like you guys were talking about, man. Let's get the puppets over at shop.com. Start moving them. I want to see the interaction with the Cobra, with Sacco. Give me the puppet pack for $199.99 on the shop. Green Fever. Money in the bank is all about the green.
So much money on that guy.
But they with limits. They don't over push it. Pick your spot, have fun with it. He is what he is. It's not one of those cases where like Pockets over on AEW, Orange Cassidy. Who's the other guy? The vaudevillain. I can't think of his damn name.
Clean moisturizing body wash.
Got the white paint. It was on AEW. Freaking hilarious. Great comedy guy.
Oh, Danhausen.
Yeah, Danhausen. His name escaped me. Yeah. But like they overexposed it. They were doing so much with him, and then they had to get him out there and show, hey, he can also wrestle. Guess what? No one cares.
Yeah, Danhausen never doesn't have to wrestle.
Okay, Lab Rat said he's Danhausen, but with a puppet. Props get over. Props get over.
It's not dog food, it's food.
And that was, one of the thrills of that match was to see the puppet getting beat up and then to see the reaction from Mr. Iguana, to have to go back and avenge, his pet, his beloved iguana there.
Experience. The best the man can get is to let labs. Not really big into committing to things. The first episode. I mean, remember when my hair was blonde?
Yeah, this thing's been through a couple commercials, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's the second commercial break for this match.
Internet, even if I'm already a customer, I was like, duh.
I don't think that we should rush into this. I don't want to leave you long.
Did they say why this girl earned this opportunity, or is it just okay? Everybody's lining up, wanting a shot right now.
No, they did a pre-tape where earlier in the night she and those two members of the other JC Jane's faction goaded her into taking the challenge. Like the new girl was, throwing out insults while Fallon and Jasmine were kind of like, yeah, you let her do that to you? It's like, okay, I'll face you with the title on the line then.
Oh, okay.
And they even made the match, yeah.
Hometown Hero, man. I finally got to check that out, man. I like that. That was good. Good on it. Good on TNA. Hey, you talk about something that's going to sell, man. I saw they got the mask already out, too. Hometown Hero, man. Yes, I loved it. WWE, not even where the best commercials are. We got commercials in the commercials, inside the commercials, in the matches, in the props, on the gear.
Commercialception, pal.
Commercial mania. Marketing mania, baby. I love it. That's my biggest pops over the weekend. Fireball ladder was a little trigger. I was missing it, but I pushed through.
This is a different side of JCJ. You said, Booker, it's one thing to win the title, another one to defend it.
It's about winning. JCJ knows all about that. She's been here, like I said, she's an original. She's a player.
Well, the young upstart challenger showing she's got some chops here.
Social media, as is this matchup. Jay now looking for a suplex. Posted about herself 15 minutes ago.
Tell the fatigue though, kind of not completely executing the move. That might hurt her here.
Yo, what's up, J Ho? Whoop whoop.
J Hall in the house.
Yeah, it looked more like a more like a rolling shoulder tackle.
Well, she couldn't lock that in on the top to snap that neck back.
Which, to be fair, props to her for not doing that, because it looked like she called an audible on the fly of like, okay, instead of like doing something where I could hurt one of us, just turn it into something else and kick out and go somewhere else and call it.
It's real easy to, with all these moveset marks. Oh, what a botch! I mean, it's easy to tell in the story here. You get that fatigue. You've got the big nerves on the line here with the opportunity in this title match. You're just trying to reach down at this point. It's essentially 3 against 1. Now she's getting fired up. Now she's feeling it here. Challenger believing she can do it. Look at that corkscrew suplex.
Like, here's one of those situations here where you can have the heel go over cleanly.
Right.
Babyface's first 9.
Yeah, which should be. I mean, you got to show some credibility to your champion that you don't have to flat out cheat every damn time.
Sensation looking to sizzle here on a Tuesday. So close. And you're right.
Like, maybe throughout the match, like the champion dominates, the heel champion dominates, and all of a sudden slips on a banana peel. Babyface gets up. Look like she's about to build some momentum. That's when you get the dirty cut off. Go home. 1, 2, 3.
Louisville Slugger. Speaking of Louisville, I was kind of doing a run through here because I got another meeting because I do got something cool going on here. Coming up June 28th, straight out of Louisville, OVW coming to Cincinnati for a free show. They're going to be rocking and rolling here downtown Cincinnati, free show. But before the bell time at 7 p.m., yours truly is going to be hosting a pro wrestling trivia as part of the pre-show with the OVW event. I got a 9:30 streaming meeting about that here tonight. All right, good finish. A little long though, especially if it's your first night. You're going to come in and push the champ like that.
Yeah, it should have been a much more dominating performance.
Yeah, they are leaning into that, the most beatable champ ever, I guess. So I don't know, just wasn't that great of them.
Yep. And also, too, you had the 2 girls on the outside, and no point were they used. They were just cheerleaders.
Yeah, they were. A little bit. They were in there just a little bit. I mean, it wasn't anything like the sway of the match, but they were showing that they were there and kind of being bitches.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I must have missed that. I apologize.
No, it was real quick, but real quick.
Well, I mean more like the thing where
they weren't like getting heavily involved.
I'm talking about JC distracting the ref, and then one of them like chokes her on the ropes or something. Like that kind of stuff.
All right, we got Rocket.
The most stacked and the best women's division in the world. Next week, there's going to be 4 influencers looking to pop themselves to decide move on to a fatal four-way on June 24th. And whoever going to decide who your next four-ways will be the new number 1.
All right, MSG, thanks for stopping in and hanging out, pal.
Yeah, suck my balls. Looking forward to that, man.
Yep, you take my balls.
What do you think? He's got to get ready. He's got 45 minutes. What is that? Just 45 minutes of chiefing? Smoking as much green as possible. Got some of that icky, sticky iguana, man.
Don't nobody going to the bathroom about 35, 45 minutes.
Women's champion at Evolution.
Announcement from our general manager. As you look around, the crowd is growing. I see women getting a closer look.
All right, well, we're going to get a NXT Women's Championship bout at Evolution.
Who will face
Man, my thing buffered when that got announced, so I completely missed it. I see a bunch of women standing around the ring, so I'm assuming it's a multi-women match.
Well, I think the way she said, because I got my sound off, I was kind of listening to yours, is they're going to, it's some kind of like tournament format. I think they said qualifiers, single match qualifiers, and then to a final four, to a fatal four. Then that winner goes on to face JC for the title at Evolution.
Okay, so yeah, like a reverse of what they're doing with King of the Ring, where it's
Right.
like they open with.
I thought that's what they were saying, and I was hopefully with MSU was going to stick around because I agree with him. He put over on I Like It Raw. I do not like this King of the Ring format. Do not like it whatsoever. Why? Don't mess with it. Just stick with the classic.
How I felt, and he thought it was cool, and I was like, "Hey."
I mean, if you're looking at it from a kayfabe perspective, like you got to be like that. That puts that person over. You got to win 3 matches in one night to win that tournament.
Well, it's a fix for a good showing.
Or 2, depending on what year.
Well, in the last couple of years, what they've been doing is we've actually had the one-on-one bracket, but then they've just been giving us the finals at whatever pay-per-view premium live event. But I'm with you. If in a perfect world, I would love to see it go back to being a standalone event, or designate like a Raw and then SmackDown, one for the men, one for the women, because that's a lot when you got 2 tournaments going on and you're trying to get one show, we get it all together. But hell, I had the opportunity. First pay-per-view I was ever at was the first pay-per-view King of the Ring. And to see Bret Hart go through, as you said, 3 different matches to win that crown was freaking awesome.
Yeah, and you look at the guys he went through, I forgot who one of them were. I know the other 2 were Mr. Perfect and or Razor Ramon.
Henning, Razor, and Bam Bam.
Bam Bam, yeah. Like from you look at it from a kayfabe perspective, like that just takes a tough person to get through in one night.
Yeah, but the matches weren't. They were like, I think the longest matches were 12 minutes. I'll look it up here real quick before I get out of here. No, I don't want King of the Hill. I want King of the Ring.
First class. Tough loss out there, huh, big man? Hey, but don't worry.
Yeah, we got First Class from TNA popping up.
Way better on us.
He made his way back to NXT, man.
You are.
Yeah, I know I've heard a story about Bret and Hogan where Hogan was supposed to drop the belt to Bret. He said no, he's too small, so he dropped the belt to Yokozuna, so Yokozuna could drop it to Bret.
Yeah, so that's pretty much that year. That's after the big schmaz at the WrestleMania where Hogan came in, took the belt off Yokozuna. They go on the Japanese tour. They come back. That was Hogan's last WWF appearance before going to Paradise and Thunder, or Thunder and Paradise, and then eventually re-emerging, resurfacing and wrestling in WCW. But to kind of smooth things over with Bret, who knew he had been screwed over first time, not the biggest time, but the first time, they gave him the King of the Ring that year. I will say, man, I remember it was 93. So I would have been 12, 13 years old. And I've seen Hulk Hogan before at television tapings, but that night, that atmosphere there in the Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio, that concrete, that building shook when he came out to the ring. I just remember my legs shaking. I remember that feeling, how awesome that was. And then much like we saw this past Saturday at Money in the Bank, Fireball representing. There was a fireball that night. That's when Fuji threw the fireball at Hogan's face in the Yokozuna beating.
Yeah. One thing I've always heard about Hogan is he will work with somebody if he can make money off them. I really believe he let his personal feelings with Bret Hart get in the way of working with him, because Bret and Hogan would have drawn money.
All right, so Bret beat Razor in the first round, 10 minutes, 25 seconds.
No, I'm a duck, and that's a Lena.
Those were by far the longest matches of the evening. Only one other match. Yeah, there was a 15-minute time limit. Yeah, it was decent. They had 10 matches in all on the show.
Helping pets in need is now
It's a pretty good pay-per-view.
To a pair of Skechers. With hands-free Skechers Bob Sports slip-ins, this year Skechers will donate over $600,000. They donated over.
The Don is never done, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Pets. Hands-free Bob Sports slip-ins from Skechers.
Hey, look at that. They got one of DirecTV's new genre packs. I think you mean genre packs. Yeah, that's what I said. Now they can pay less.
All right, brother. I do got that meeting, so I'm going to get ready for that. But I will see you right back here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for a little, what do we got? Beach breakout, summer breakout. Is that what this week's theme is?
Yep, another 4-hour block, but of course, we're doing just the 2 hour. Yeah, we're doing
okay.
just the 2 hour, just the 2 hours, just the 2 hour Dynamite block.
All right,
no,
man. So,
I'm not subjecting all of us to that torture.
All right, brother. I will see you tomorrow evening. Everybody, spread the word. Brandon gets these things up early, so go find that link, share it to your socials. Let's pack the house for a little Wednesday, a little hump day party here on the channel. But we'll see everybody tomorrow, man. Thanks, you, Brandon. I'll see you tomorrow.
Man, thanks for stopping in. Whoop, whoop.
All right.
It's primary night in New Jersey. We're your local election headquarters as the votes are counted.
Yeah, like that was exactly why Bret Hart turned heel and sided with Hogan, was so that they didn't end up wrestling each other, because yeah, I have no idea why. Yeah, it was, I gotta believe it's 100% personal why Hogan would not work with Bret, because a Hogan and Bret program, that is a no-brainer moneymaker. Bret and Hogan, that would draw so much damn money. Why would Hogan turn that down? Got to be something personal.
No matter when or where you are, crispy hot hash brown, sweet savory McGriddle, refreshingly cool iced coffee. Oh, don't mind me. Just doing my morning affirmation.
No, the NQCC has shaped me into the man I am today. I'll never forget that.
Next Proud Miles. You know I would. Yes, sir.
Yep. Yeah, ended up being turning into a thing where ended up being a work between Bret and Hogan to lure Sting in so Bret could, beat up Sting. Dumb. So dumb.
We're all good, right? Respect, I want to take my shot too. Oh, I'm sorry. What? No.
And then have you heard the story about how Hogan admitted this? Hogan admitted Bret Hart was going to come into TNA, and he himself exercised his creative control and cock blocked it.
Look, none of this is your business.
Yeah, I know, for real. I'm a Brett fan too. That pissed me off. Like, Brett and Hogan should have been a no fucking brainer, a no brainer. Like, how do you not do that? Yep. Exactly, Todd. Oh, we got an iguana running. Nice. Yeet, yeet. Hey, what's up, Sonic? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop. Oh, yeah. Russo's told the story about how he had conversations with Bret Hart. He wanted to bring in Bret as an authority, as like the commissioner. And then, you know, he had his conversation with Bret. He got Bret in contact with Dixie. They worked out it. Like, the deal was, hey, Mr. Iguana, whoop, whoop. Yeah, they had their conversation, and a deal was made. The deal was made. Bret was going to come in. However, Hogan stepped in and cock blocked it. And Russo talked about how originally Eric Bischoff was on board with bringing Bret in. He was supported it, agreed with it, but then when Hogan exercised the creative control and said, I don't want to bring Bret in, all of a sudden Eric Bischoff flipped and said, Bret's this, Bret's that. You know, he can't, And then later on, Hogan, I remember I watched the interview. I watched these words come out of Hogan's. I watched and heard these words come out of Hogan's mouth. He said, yeah, I did. You know, yeah, they wanted to bring in Bret Hart. And I said, no, the stuff that he was saying about me at the time with, needles and whatnot. I said, no, I refuse to work with him. We're not bringing him in. No.
This buddy, that's gold green ducats. That's what these two teams trying to get championship.
Again, not the exact quote. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but yeah, that's pretty much kind of sort of close to what he said, in my opinion. And it's like Michael and Bruce are hanging with us. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hulk was butthurt. He was 100% butthurt by what Bret was saying.
Wesley knows that. Oh, Tony didn't make the tag. He kind of just looked over at Luke. Let me ask you guys an honest question. What is it about the Don that is so attractive to begin with? Why does the family feel so indebted to Tony D'Angelo? What the hell does he do to make their lives that much better? You don't understand. Tony Diaz is deep alone. Tony Diaz with the Don in NXT for quite some time. But right now, I look at the Don since the outset. He looks smooth. Seems like something different about the Don.
Yeah, truth hurts, and Bret doesn't pull no punches when it comes to that.
When he said, are we even still a fan of attack with me? And again, in this game, I see it. I mean, these two can't get on the same page. This rift is irreparable, in my opinion, and I don't understand what the benefit is. What's this business about, book? About friends and family. Not how many people you can fit around the dinner table. Well, right now, Tony D'Angelo Stacks is somewhere. He's smiling. Stacks was around Luca. Luca, the team, was at Stand and Deliver with Stacks, Stack, Tony, and we got some breaking news. Blake Monroe, it's going to become official next week, book.
Oh, yes.
Trying to get Booker to be refocused here, girls. Help me out. Get back to this match. I'm watching the Don and
I could definitely see Bret saying that. Like, you're talking about like actual wrestlers. Yeah, Nick Bockwinkel is 100% up there. Like wrestlers who could actually wrestle for real. Yeah, Bach Queen. Yeah.
That was some serious impact. Quick tags being made. You gotta like this book. No, I love it. Toss to the top. We are doing the right thing. Job done under the expert judgment of Wesley. When it comes to tax evasion, we saw the culling.
Oh, dude, one of the all-time greats. One of the all-time greats. Transcends generations.
He has to prove himself. Big right now. He's doing just that. Luca is taking out Hyrox. New box crash to the outside. Keep your eye.
Let me ask you a question, Lab Rat. Who was he doing commentary with at Worlds Collide?
To your point, he just was tagged back in. He didn't put his hand out. He was tagged by Luca, and they're trying to run the play.
Yeah, give me Wrestle Rock Rumble, pal.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But
Safe library place. My degree online at Southern New Hampshire University.
Yeah, Conan might have given him a much more like relaxed environment to play off of. And plus, Conan is just the most like chill, relaxed dude, unless unless you're disco and you piss him off.
I'm from Georgia. Regardless of where you live across the country. Earn your degree at SNHU. Visit snhu.edu.
What's this?
Lester pepper.
You keep dog food in your fridge?
It's not dog food. It's fresh pep. Real meat, real veggies.
It's dog food.
You were so right about her.
Get me the Zabisco, pal.
Longer, so you can tackle. Bouncy egg roll, it cleans fills without running out. Bounce, the quicker picker up.
Domino's new Parmesan stuffed crust pizza tastes like never before. Because Domino's has never had stuffed crust before. Seriously. But we did any medium two-topping Parmesan stuffed crust pizza for $10.99 when you mix and match.
We put the hammer right there.
with mild chilies, lime, and sea salt. It's perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to taking it?
Jack Daniel starts here. From cave spring water to sugar maple charcoal to smooth Tennessee whiskey. Made by those who pour everything into their craft. That's what makes Jack, Jack.
Olay! I got this wow skin from Olay Body Wash. It's a new super serum with 5 powerful ingredients. 5 benefits in one. My skin goes from dull to luminous. For me, it's only Olay Super Serum Body Wash.
Welcome to Visible. It's one month powered with unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network for just $20 a month for 1 year, guaranteed. But you already knew.
Points, Todd.
You have what it takes to win a Trivia Pursuit and ready for it. Then apply to be a contestant. Scan the QR code.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's Graves is a good soldier for the most part. As long as you utilize him and do something with him, he's good. And he'll perform to the best of his abilities.
Central.
Tyson and Tyreek have just done a great job of cutting this ring in half. But to both of your points, Tony D is engaged in this matchup. Graves, I'll start with you. Oh, listen.
Oof, yeah, but hey, yeah, still did pretty great though. Whoop, whoop. Oh, nice. Very cool, then, Brett. Again, I have not had a chance to watch the show yet. I've just kind of seen clips. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Like if that team's breaking up, well, then they're, who cares if they lose a throwaway three-way match, a six-man tag match. And while I think this match went a little bit long, I still think it worked. It got done. It accomplished what it was supposed to accomplish.
The TNA World Championship against Elijah this past Friday.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Talk about your title defense.
Yeah, anybody that's on a AAA roster who has merch, they're going to make some money. Like you get the WWE production promoting machine behind it, you're going to make some money, pal.
When they know that I am, well, you know that I look like money. What I'm trying to say, Sarah, is I don't care what nobody has to say, including the loud and proud Mike Santana. Because last week you came out here and said that you made a promise to your daughter. Well, you lied to your daughter's face. Elijah, first of all, get some guitar lessons. Then you need to learn how to squabble. Because we all saw what Trick Williams did to you last Friday. Now you need help. Now you need backup. Heard you got Yoshi and Briggs to come walk with Elijah. Well, I say that's cool. Because ever since Trick Williams went Hollywood, I've been riding in first class.
Nice, Brett.
Next week, we got a six-man tag. Yoshi, Briggs, Elijah versus the Trick Williams. And them light-skinned brothers out of first class. I'm talking about AJ Francis and KT Navarro. Let's talk. Yoshi and Briggs, since you want to walk with Elijah so bad, next week we're going to dog walk your ass right out of NXT. We already know what time it is. Tricky two brains. Not make it look easy.
Well, AJ Francis posted a tweet that he's excited about that six-man.
Let's talk.
Well, there is the challenger.
I'm very hopeful of that, Todd. I'm cautiously optimistic and hopeful they will. My only complaint about this thing with the NXT title match tonight, they opened the show with the angle where Oba Femi gets attacked and put through a windshield. Okay, great angle. They did nothing else throughout the show to build to it. No pre-tapes of Oba getting checked out in the backstage area. Nothing of him refusing to stay down and defend, refusing to wrestle. Nothing with the challenger, cutting promos about how, yeah, I took out, I'm about to take the title. I just won LFG, I'm about to come in NXT. Nothing like that. That's my only complaint.
Boundaries. They can be tough for young homeowners turning into their parents. Now, I'm either going to go Tuna Melts or Ruben. They're known for their. Remember, when the door closes, so does the conversation. Oh, yes, gotcha. Okay. Looks like the soup of the day is tomato bisque.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
I could go Tuna Melt. If you want to go Ruben, we could do a mix and match.
A man who works hard, sweats hard. Old Sky Swagger fights sweat, so Coach thought I was slacking. Best player ever.
I could see that happening tonight, Todd. I really could. And I will, if they do, I will give them I'll give Shawn Michaels and his team their credit. They at least did an angle, which makes it make sense. And the new guy who's going over, or if he does go over Oba, he's at least like a monster like Oba.
Making it difficult to remove built-up layers. Magic Eraser. Simply add water to activate. Magic Eraser has the cleaning power of Dawn and the scrubbing power of an eraser to effortlessly cut through 100% of the built-up soap, scum, and grime that some sprays leave behind. And because it cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products.
Jasper Troy, thank you.
Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser.
Yeah, I apologize. I don't pay enough attention to the LFG/Evolve.
Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King.
Oh, dude.
Only in theaters.
Yeah, that would actually be a great place to send Omos, because that's where you can learn to be a base, learn how to get your balance, learn how to get your footing.
Special coverage with the Pits on Politics team. From Fact 365 just keeps getting better. That's correct. It's now even easier to create your own unique bet. You could choose any one. Hits, run line, totals, home runs.
Yep, and work on his gimmick as a monster. He would not have to do anything. All right, well, we're at a commercial break. We're getting a lot of buffers, a lot of Michael and Bruce getting involved, so we're going to do a little reset here. All right, there we go. Whoop, whoop.
The Democratic hopefuls are seeking City Hall, including Andrew Cuomo. Pixel 11's Dan Manarino sits down with the top candidates. Where do they stand on the big issues affecting you and the city?
Surprise, surprise there, Gam. What a surprise. Not. Whoop, whoop. All right, main event time.
Get ready, because it becomes official, and Blake Monroe signs her NXT contract next Tuesday, right here on the CW. And the women will take the...
You know what? I like how they're giving Mariah May, Blake Monroe, her own 2D animated graphics. I like that. It's unique. It makes her stand out. It reminds, here's what it reminds me of. Go back and watch the opening credits to I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched. I think that's what they're going for.
Trick Williams, AJ Francis, and Casey Navarro, better known as First Class. What a night it's going to be next week. But let's go back to
You know what, Gam? I'll say this. If AEW somehow manages to build enough momentum, they start growing and building, them doing that, I would support that because that would be a ballsy fucking move. That would be a ballsy fucking move. I think they should go for that. Like, if they've built up enough goodwill, they've grown their business enough, they should absolutely do that. That's a great idea. Yeah, the nanny, whoop whoop.
Experienced power like that of Jasper Troy. What sort of condition Oma's in remains to truly be seen. Golden opportunity of becoming NXT champion here tonight in short order. The winner of season 1 of LFG, his coach, his legend, is joining us here at the best. That being Booker T. Damn right. Of the next NXT champion.
Kind of the outrageous ticket prices.
Moments ago, Corey, you were talking about Oma Femi's never been overpowered the way we saw it. I don't ever recall. Before the balance. Original Harvard, this is a dangerous situation. A precarious position for the Lord. Yet we see Oma Femi becomes a personification of NXT. But usually that's at 100%. Look at how Oma's walking. Oma looks slow and in since April of 2023 in one-on-one matches, Oma Femi is 23-2. We have never seen Oma Femi with that sort of look on his face. Quick lift his left arm, heavily bandaged wrist. He's coming in at way less than 100%. As we go to our ring announcer, Mike Rowe. The following contest scheduled for one more. The NXT Championship. Introducing the challenger, weighing in at 340 pounds. He is the winner of LFG Season 1, Jasper Troy. And his opponents from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds. He is the NXT champion, Oma Femi. For all weekend, you kept texting me, Oma blinked. Oma blinked. What were you talking about? No, I was talking about the face-off between these two. If you look a man in his eye, in the first man blink, that's the man that has run out of ideas, and that is Oma Femi. Jasper Troy, right now you can see it in the ring, ready to pounce. Here we go. Oh, and Oma coming out firing right off the bat. But it's almost as if he's got to strike fast. He's got to strike quick because look at this. It's what we thought we would see. Down right across those ribs into the cover. Champion. Ooh, almost Jasper Troy trying something great. He got right back on top of the table. Smart strategy. Jasper Troy understands the assignment tonight. He's got Oma Femi at a disadvantage. which is something most superstars can never say. If Troy can stay the course, this can change the future of NXT.
No bread, no water, just meat. Whoop whoop.
Either way you slice it, but we got two world-class
Yeah, this is a heavyweight main event, pal. Whoop whoop. And it's looking like a good match so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Man, this is kind of one of those things too. Like this is the wrestling nerd, wrestling fan in me. How about this? Obafemi versus Vader.
As Oba came crashing down, I might have done even more damage to the midsection, the ribs, the lower back of the champion. Two of the biggest in NXT. The big man right there. Hey guys, Oba.
Hey, get me meat on Meat Jones, pal. Whoop whoop. Yeah, exactly, right? Just you don't got to do a whole lot. They don't have to do a whole lot. Dude, that would be such. You got two big, agile, big men who could just pretty much do everything. That would be a fantastic match, in my opinion. And it seems like y'all agree. Whoop whoop. And we just saw the second rope break, which I gotta believe was a planned spot. I think was a planned spot. If not, credit to Elise. They went right to picture in picture as soon as it happens. I gotta believe it was a planned spot. Or I'm assuming it's a planned spot.
Affecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Get it fixed now and pay later with flexible payment options. Only at
Or it might. It's possible it might not have been. I don't know. I can't answer that question because as soon as it happened, they went right to picture in picture, and you got refs in there trying to get the rope back up while they're working a rest hold in the middle of the ring. Or while they're doing holds, doing submissions in the center of the ring.
Mild chilies, lime, and sea salt is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to take it?
Dude, that match would be over in Japan. That match would actually be over in Japan too. Like yeah, Obafemi and Vader, that'd be over in the Tokyo Dome, pal.
Only pay for what you need.
Nothing with the new bounty. It's 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. And
Yep, 5 stars, 0 muffins.
Get more done with one bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
People love how the new Homes.com helps you get quick answers about any property by connecting them to the actual listing agent.
I'm getting great exposure.
Speaking of exposure, can we get him a hat?
Ooh, what about Ray?
Oh, ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Did they just hop from a baseball game to a show on Max without leaving DirecTV?
It's like all their apps and channels are connected.
All connected. Shows, movies, sports, cooking shows.
Is she talking to us?
Tell me, how does DirecTV put all your favorite stuff on one home screen? Uncanny content suggestions based on your watch history? Mind control.
Were you recently electrocuted?
Introducing genre packs starting at $34.99.
Well, I, for one, am intrigued.
After 17 years, the NASCAR Xfinity Series roars back into Mexico. And it's not coming quietly. Mexico City. Oh my God, it's bad. The tempers will be hot. The danger will be hot. And the racing will be right on.
Oh, dude, Vader was over big time in Japan. And if you had Vader and Obafemi in Japan, from my knowledge and understanding of that fan base, that match would be over as like let's just say a foreign attraction. And they would be very much into it.
It's dominant. But right now, Jasper Troy is pushing the NXT champion. And Booker, I go back to Jasper Troy, said he's counting on Obafemi competing because he's a warrior. He knows he's got 100%. And when spine meets wood, the spine just bent on that steel. We're going to have a new champion. I can feel it. Here we go. Jasper has to put the sweat delivery.
Yeah, Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla. Yup.
You gotta be proud to an extent, but look at this.
Now I'm thinking of that South Park episode with Mecha Barbara Streisand. Ba-boo-ah, ba-boo-ah, oh-ah-ee-ah-ee. And then Chef looks at the dude singing and is like, can you shut up?
Trying to make it 100 champion
Robert Smith, Robert Smith.
Where is Oba getting this from? It's almost like Graves. It's a third, fourth, fifth, maybe even sixth win. What separates the good superstars from the greats?
Dude, those promos would be gold. Gold. But I think this whole thing of Oba getting attacked at the beginning of the show and having to fight from underneath, I think they're doing this. I think this is like it's a two-prong. I think they're doing this to establish this newcomer as a serious threat, while also getting Obafemi over as a guy that, yeah, you can put me through a car windshield, 2 hours for my title defense, but I'll still, successfully defend my title against you.
In every sense of the word, but here comes Oba. Gotta give Obafemi a lot of.
Dude, Jasper Troy's looking great in this match. Like, dude, even if he goes under, he's coming out of this match over. Or I should say more over than he was going into it. Oh, come on, Mikey, Bruce, let's get this main event. Mikey, Bruce, come on, guys. Yeah, and Jasper Troy's protected in the fact that, again, this is kind of his first night. Like, if he goes under the NXT champion, it's his first night.
Jasper Troy continuing to soldier on like a horror movie villain. Big leaving his feet 2 weeks to stomach go. Obafemi rising. And now, oh no! Did you hear that son? It crumbled under the weight of these athletes, and Oba now. Oh my God! These two are destroying each other.
Yeah, Jasper Troy does not look bad in this. I mean, this is his first night on NXT, and he took it to the champion. He loses nothing going under to Obafemi. Nothing. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, ref. That's one. The ref fucked up. Ref fucked up. That was a 3 count. Jasper didn't kick out. You count the fucking 3, ref. If he doesn't kick out, that's his fault. You do not stop the count. That was 100% a ref fuck up. Wow. Yeah, Oba looks like he looks deflated. Like me and this dude just put on a great fucking match, and this ref fucked it up.
All around it. You don't find an excuse, you find a way. And that's what Obafemi did to remain the ruler and the champion.
So Obafemi is still the champion, pal. And that's where NXT is gonna end for tonight. As far as tonight goes, the night is not over. The night's not over yet, pal. Stay tuned as soon as we get through the plugs. Tomorrow, we got Wednesday Locker Room coming up. Tomorrow, HMG, AEW, Dynamite, Watch Along, and Belt Count. Yeah, for real. I guarantee they're going into it. All right, have a good night, Todd. Whoop, whoop. And then Thursday, we got the Impact Watch Along and Belt Count. Friday Locker Room, SmackDown Watch Along and Belt Count. Saturday, Smack Attack, HMG After Dark. Sunday, The Wreckage, HMG After Dark. Not sure what we're doing for HMG After Dark. Yeah, just the 2 hours tomorrow night. Just the Dynamite block. We ain't doing the
was endorsed by President Trump and came close to winning last time around. Hopes to take it this time.
We ain't doing the
coverage, but sometimes Ross off, leads us off.
Yeah, we ain't doing the full 4 hours. Yeah, and then Sunday, The Wreckage, and then HMG After Dark. Not quite sure what we're doing for HMG After Dark this weekend, but as soon as it gets locked in, I'll let you guys know. And then of course Monday Locker Room, Raw Watch Along, Impact Attack. But as far as tonight goes, we're keeping the party going in about 15-20 minutes. Twitch.tv/LG Brandon whoop whoop. Hope to catch you there. If you need to, go to the bathroom, get yourself something to eat, get yourself something to drink, take a smoke break, whatever it is, whoop whoop. And we'll keep the party going. Yeet yeet. Twitch.tv/LG Brandon whoop whoop. Hope to see you there. Have a great rest. If not, have a great rest of your night. Hope to catch you on one of the other HMG shows right here on the HMG YouTube channel. Much love. Whoop whoop yeet yeet. Take care, y'all.
Talking about important issues like